name is Rohila, and thank you again for tuning into another one of these video series. Now, today's is a lot of fun. I really enjoy this topic of conversation because I am lucky enough, I have a lot of friends and a lot of fantastic people in my life. And I always get people coming up to me saying, what do you do to meet new people? Or how come you can go to, oh, this is a fantastic story. So once upon a time, one of my friends set me up. He was in the grocery line and heard about this party that was happening and jotted down the address and everything and sends me a text saying, hey, whenever you're free, get off work, come to this party. It's amazing. Just walk in and ask for me. What? Okay, perfect. So I get all dressed up, all nice, ready to go out, and just walk into the house, and everyone stops and just stares at me. What's going on? Hi, I'm here for Dennis. He told me about this party, and they're like, we don't know who Dennis is. I'm like, oh my god, folks, I'm sorry. I guess my friend was just playing a prank. I'm so sorry. I'll just leave again. Sorry for interrupting you guys. Wait, hold on. Why don't you just stay anyways, and why don't you invite some friends? Okay, so I did. And it turned out to be such an amazing party, one of the most fun parties I've ever been to. And I met with so many people, connected with so many people. But again, it was walking into a house where I didn't know anyone. And I stayed. And I met so many fantastic people that I'm still in touch with years later. So people always ask me, what do you do to introduce yourself to people? How do you have so many great people in your life? And so here are the 5 steps that I do whenever I meet someone new. The first one's easy. I just introduce myself. Hi, my name's Rohila. And what's fantastic about that is no one can say Rohila, or they don't know what Rohila is. Is that your first name? Is that your last name? I don't know what's going on. And so I always get asked, I'm sorry, what was that again? It's Rohit, R-O-H-I-T, Rohit. And what's great about that is growing up, I always used to be a little embarrassed by my name. I told people to call me Ro. And so for those who grew up with me and knew me, hi, my name's Ro. Super easy, but not memorable. And the other thing is, one of my good friends, Michael Johnson, helped me realize, because I only knew him as Mike. So growing up, I only called him Mike. And then one day he said to me, I like to go by Michael now because I'm not Mike. I'm Michael. Like, that's me. That's who I am. And so ever since then, I'm Rohit, because that's a unique name. And I like it. That's the name my parents wanted me to have. And so that's what makes me unique. I'm going to keep it. So, hi, my name's Rohit. And if you don't have a complicated name like that, well, just that's not really important. Second off, establish a connection. Do something to where, flip. I really like this, but should have read. You know what? I'm going to leave this in here. So this little fumble, I'm going to leave in here because, again, this whole thing is to admit that I don't know what I'm doing, and this is a perfect example. So, oh my goodness, this is so embarrassing. And all this that I'm getting, shameless plug, is from one of my ebooks, 6 Steps to a Better You. Wow, this is embarrassing. So, let me just read real quick. Once you know their name, make eye contact, okay. Okay, that was embarrassing. I'm going to keep this on the side right here just in case I need it again. Boy, was that embarrassing. Okay, so we talked about how to introduce yourself. Just walk up, say, hi, my name's Rohit. Second off, you want to establish some type of connection. Now, here's what happens the majority of the time. Hi, my name's Rohit. Nice to meet you. And that's it. But there's no real connection. When you really want to introduce yourself to people, it's not up here, it's here. And so what you want to do is make direct eye contact, the way I'm looking at this lens right now. Direct eye contact. Next thing is, one of my favorite authors is Leah Lowndes. And one of the things that she taught me in her book, I think it's called 92 Ways, or 92 Things You Can Do to Get Someone to Like You, or something along those lines. And one of the things that she talks about is a slow flooding smile. So there's 2 things you can do. One, hi, my name is Rohit. Nice to meet you. How sincere was that? It's not sincere at all. And people who receive that type of a fake smile don't feel the sincerity, and that's not what you want to do. But if you smile instead, can't believe I'm giving away all my secrets now. But if you smile instead slowly and more deliberately, now all of a sudden it means something. Hi, my name's Rohit. Nice to meet you. It's a little creepy, and you might feel a little creepy doing it, but it really comes across as being sincere and warm and inviting. And what it's doing is it's not just the quick, nice to meet you, but it's nice to meet you. It's just a fraction of a second slower. And what that does is it lets the other person know you're smiling because of them, not because you just always smile, but they made you smile. So step number 2 is establish a connection. Number 3 is ask an amazing open-ended question. Because one of two things is going to happen. How many times have you run into someone in the hallway and said, hey, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing good too. And it's just as you guys are walking by and no one ever stops and you just keep on walking. You're not even paying attention. Someone could have said, hey, how are you doing? Good. How are you? Oh, my friend just died. Oh, okay, good. See you later. Right? Like, how many times does that even happen? Because we don't take the time to really establish anything anymore. Because these are just quick questions that we're asking that have no relevance. Monday comes around and people are saying, how's your weekend? Good. How's yours? Oh, good. Busy. That's it. That's everyone out there. Ask anyone how their weekend was, and you're going to hear two things. It was good and it was busy. That's it. Everybody is going to say that. So if you're the one asking these types of questions and someone says good, busy, does it really mean anything to you? And same thing in return. If someone asks you, how's your weekend? And you're like, it was really good. It was busy. It doesn't mean anything. The relationship is not going to go any further. So you have to ask an open-ended question. Now, for those who don't know what an open-ended question is, it's a question that can't be answered with yes or no, or just a one-word, quick, even good, busy type of thing. It's a question where the person has to think a little and draw stuff out. Anything from my favorite, absolute favorite, amazing open-ended question is, especially on Mondays when people are like, oh, I had a great weekend, or they just came back from a vacation, I say, what was the best thing that you had to eat all weekend was? And it's a question that you have to think about. You have to replay. Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and think about all the things that you ate, and then put them all in this mental list and be like, it was that. That's the best thing that I had to eat. And what that does is now the person knows you care about them. And what's the one thing that everybody loves doing? Every single person out there loves talking about themselves. And so asking an open-ended question like that, what that's doing is that's really getting someone to open up and talk about themselves. So some other questions that I've asked before, I just talked about what was the best thing that you ate all day. Towards the end of the day, you ask someone, how's your day going? And they say good. No, that's not good enough. So instead it's, what's the best thing that's happened to you today? So what you want to do is ask them questions that get them reflecting and thinking about their day. 4, recap the conversation. And so let me just kind of walk you through the first 4 with an example. And the example that I use is just talking to someone named Rachel. So introduce yourself. Hi, my name's Rohit. And she says, hi, my name's Rachel. Great. Smile, delayed, eye contact, looking right at you, Rachel. Okay. Ask an amazing open-ended question. Rachel, what's the best thing that happened to you over the weekend? And in the example, I say she just celebrated her 1-month anniversary in a new relationship. That's important to her, and she's excited about it. And maybe it took her a couple seconds to think about it, but now think about all that you're learning from her. She's in a new relationship. She has a good feeling about this. She's caring. She's sentimental. She finds great value in this, and that can open up a whole slew of other options. You can ask her, what's the guy like? How did you meet? So many other things, and you're going to hear more and more about her in establishing that connection. Now, 4, when it's time to kind of go your ways and separate, I said you want to recap the conversation. Well, Rachel, it was great meeting you, and so happy that you had a chance to celebrate your 1 month anniversary. Now, after that, you want to follow it up with some type of an action item, either exchanging phone numbers, email addresses, or maybe this was just a real quick, nice to meet you. So step 5 is, what's the action step, if there is one? So it's collecting information, it's sharing information with each other. What can you do to take this relationship and network from it, or learn from it, or start a fantastic friendship with it? And if there isn't, maybe it's just at a party and you just happen to run into someone and it's not going to develop anything else. You just walk away with a smile. So, Rachel, it was very nice to meet you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the party. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. A little lengthy, but it's one that I really find great value in, because people ask me all the time, what do you do to meet new people? And here are the 5 things that I do. So with that, thank you very much. I'll see you guys later.